Mumbo is
A freak.
also a dick. But he's a lot of fun.
Or Spyro. Maybe not.
Kind of looks like a villain from a Spyro game. Is that like your nostalgic games were like the Spyro games, or what was your like series that you played a lot as a kid?
I played like Rayman.
Oh, Rayman was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I kind of freaked me out when I was a kid, actually.
It was kind of spooky, but I remember getting one of the games for PC at the school's book fair, and I played the shit out of that. And I also had one for the PlayStation, I want to say either 1 or 2, but...
I feel like it had to be PS1.
I played Hype 2. And that also scared
the
me
Invincible Bowls.
I feel like when I was a little kid, games used to freak me out. There always used to be like some sort of ghost thing, and I couldn't even deal with it. So,
well, this game has its share of that, don't you worry. I'm in the second level, there's a shark that I think definitely contributed to my hatred of the ocean, because like, it really makes me tense. What's this guy's name again?
Conga, as he just said. You really just F this guy's day up, by the way. He is just minding his own business.
Well, he's also kind of an ass clown, though, because right when you walk up, he starts chucking oranges at you.
To be fair, he was completely right that you wanted to rob him and, like, ruin his day, though.
He did take his treasure.
Like, again, like, I think we're kind of the jerk in this situation. Like, yeah, he kind of aggresses, but at the same time, he was 100% right about
He's like,
what
hey,
was going on.
you took my orange.
Took his orange, took his treasure, and now we're about to beat the crap out of him to just, pile it on. Notice how he calls us fat, and look what happens when he gets off this thing. Clearly, he's the fat one.
I just love how everyone makes fun of Banjo. It's like, yeah, this fat
They just
bear.
rip on him constantly, and he just, what did he do to anybody?
And first of all, Banjo is yoked. He is not fat.
I know, he's a freaking, surfer, bro. I like how he doesn't have his necklace in this
you guys
cinematic.
say he even has a shark tooth necklace, but not right now.
Not in this cinematic for some reason.
The bird's ancient ways. You hold Z and then press the top C button. I love when video games break immersion to tell you the controls.
Yeah. I like how he has to, teach her how to lay eggs, too.
100 eggs. Yeah, so I was going to say that in each level there's 100 notes and 10 puzzle pieces that you can collect.
5 Jinjos.
5 Jinjos, but that contributes to one of the puzzle pieces.
It does.
And what else can you get? 1 honeycomb or 2 honeycombs?
2 honeycombs.
2 honeycombs.
Also the witch pads, but there's one over there that I can't hit.
But that also contributes to Grunty's lair puzzle pieces.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so you really just ruined this guy's life. Me safe here, bear.
That guy's a lot bigger than you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna F up his day.
You'll see the scale of things is sort of all over the place in this game. Like, if you go by some of the later levels, like the Mad Monster Mansion or Rusty Bucket Bay, humans must be huge.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Banjo's, really tiny.
That or he lives in a world of giants.
Classic 3-cycle boss here.
Wow, right now you can just, see the sprite for the oranges. You can see them just in front of that tree.
There's the shark tooth now.
Hey, it's back.
I don't know why it wasn't in that single cinematic.
Well, he's still throwing stuff at you, so he clearly didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, God.
So we don't have to deal with that douche anymore.
No, that's it. We're done.
Can you go up here yet?
Yeah. I have a whole flow to how I do this level.
Yeah, I guess I probably shouldn't be asking you if you know how to beat these levels. I love the termite section.
Oh, I know. That's what I do last, because you want to end as a termite to, get
The
on top.
outside, yeah, jiggy.
You technically don't need to be a termite to get it, but it's actually, you kind of have to glitch your way up there. It's not really a glitch, but,
And so these things he's collecting Mumbo tokens, much like every other video
Pay
game.
the shaman.
Yeah, much like every other video game in the
whoops.
world, no one can just help you for free, God forbid, so you have to pay Mumbo with these tokens of his own head.
This Moore guy's pretty helpful, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's getting for it.
Yeah, he does it for free, I guess. I mean, you have to find him, and he only will teach you once you get to him, which is
Maybe
he could teach you all of them at once.
Yeah. Maybe he wants the blind girl, kidnap girl or something.
I mean, he does seem to know her better.
Outside of knowing Banjo, he knows her separately. Except Bottles has a wife and kids.
Oh yeah, he does. You don't find
He
that out.
shouldn't be messing around with Tootie, man.
You don't find that out till the next game, but he totally
When
does.
he
have a wife and
fucking
kids.
dies.
He does die. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
I doubt we're going to be playing Banjo Tooie on this channel, so...
That game's pretty intense if you have character death.
It's way darker than this game.
I mean, I think Grunty, who is a skeleton in that game, like, lightnings him to death, I'm
yeah,
pretty
she shoots
sure.
him with the giant, like, death ray.
Yeah.
She also turns a random king into a zombie. Like, there's a lot of dark, random stuff like that in that game. And that's what made it worse. This game is so playful and lovable and happy. I mean, it does have its creepy parts, but...
Oh, yeah. But it does it within reason. Banjo Tooie was just so dreary and,
Yeah.
you know...
It was like... I don't know, it was like dingy. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like all the levels were like dark and like the music was somber and...
Ow.
Do you think that guy was just sitting in the dark? Like, he's just in this...
It's a very good question because, you
There
know...
are no like windows
what
or
was he
doors,
doing?
he's just in there.
Oh
Like
my
a
god,
bird
so
would
you
go.
are gonna aggro me, I see. Jerk.
You've already gotten enough to break the first note door? How many do you need?
Fitty.
Does that only show up if you break all of them, or is it always in that corner
It's always the exact same order for what you get.
one? Oh.
Because, you know, physics.
What?
Okay. Let's try that again.
There we go. I really hope that the emulator works the whole time and just doesn't break like halfway through the the playthrough. Jesus.
Pro strats. Get out of my face.
Fuck off, Juju.
It's another one that as a kid was kind of hard. Okay,
So
so
you realize you can just sort of walk right into his face and blast him. Blast him!
we don't need to go talk to this creep until the very end.
Well, you only have one more to get after this, don't you?
One more what?
Gee, isn't this number 8? Oh no, it's number 7.
Wow. Just wow.
Honeycomb in there?
No.
Well, that's some health.
Yeah, those are beehives, and they do provide a lot of HP.
I feel like that's where honeycomb should
There are honeycombs, just not like the empty honeycombs.
Yeah, they're full honeycombs.
Alright, let's just... No!
Oh, you're awful at this.
I feel like, yeah, if I were a kid, I would never get that one, that's for sure.
That one was real tough as a kid.
I didn't go at it. You really should go at it from directly above, but I was trying to cheese it and save some time and ended up losing time. But I had to come over here
This
anyway.
speed run's over already.
Well, it was never going to be like a true speedrun, but...
Really, I couldn't tell by the way that we stopped and did the tutorials in the first episode.
Right, for example.
Hey man, you're just playing hard mode. speedrun.
Yeah, I guess that would be hard mode speedrun. You have to do the tutorials. Have to skip the... you have to do the tutorials while skipping the honeycombs. So you have to, like, dodge around them. I just don't know how people dedicate the time to, like, learning frame-perfect speedruns and stuff like that.
Yeah, it has to be short runs, I feel like. There is that guy who does, like, Ocarina of Time, which is absurd. But...
Oh, yeah, well, I actually was hanging out with my friend Eric, and he beat Ocarina of Time in 45 minutes
Oh my
because
God.
he learned some, like, the glitches to, like,
Well,
roll through...
There are some, like, glitchless things, though, and there's this one guy who does it, like, every single day, like, 4 times a day. Tries
Why
to,
would he
like,
do... Like, what
He's
is...
been doing it for, like, 6 years.
What's he getting out of it?
Trying
I
to
don't
beat that
know.
record.
Some people just get that, like, one absurd passion.
I guess that's true. I remember for a long time I was trying to do a lot of, like,
Oh my god. this is getting
special
ridiculous.
Dark Souls 2 runs.
Mm.
I was trying to do no deaths, which was hard.
Also, I'm an idiot and I just remembered how you're supposed to get that. Just be a termite.
As I say,
That was just a waste of time. Alright, so... I think maybe the last Mumbo token's actually in the termite hill. So I'm about...
aren't there also extra Mumbo tokens though? Like you don't.
There's a lot of extra
Yeah,
Mumbo
you
tokens.
don't need to get all of them in this.
Well, actually, you
level.
do need to get all of them in this level.
Why is it that like the earlier ones require like exact amounts and stuff?
Yeah, well, only this one is the only one that requires exact amounts. Witch pad.
So when you hit those witch pads, it makes a Jiggy appear somewhere in like the overworld, because also the overworld has 10 Jiggies in it. Is that really just to do the extra health puzzle at the end?
What?
Aren't there like 10 pieces that go in that puzzle?
There's only 4.
Oh, there's only 4.
Yeah, you only need like 94 of them to beat the game. 98 if you want the health puzzle, and 100 obviously to beat it complete.
Which is what we're doing.
Obviously.
Hey, there's a moth in here. I don't like that. Moths keep flying into my computer fans because they have rainbow LEDs on them.
That's
or
fine.
moth, but jeez.
Well, I'm more worried that they're gonna F up my fans. Alright, so we're already at 9.
9 Jiggies, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just about done.
Why are you still getting the music thing?
You need them. You need
so
almost
the
all of
musical
them.
notes also open barriers in the overworld, like
They're called note doors.
where like the area we couldn't walk up before, which we now can with this move. There's a note door up there, and that essentially allows you access to like more levels, and so that's sort of what prevents you from going to like further levels in the game. Is you need more notes to go through these note doors, which they don't really have too many of these like collectathon games.
Oh, is that the first time I got health? Oh, I guess it's the first time I got health where I needed health.
I don't like the way he's like, sticky, tasty. Like, ugh, God.
Me, Mumbo, best shaman in all game.
I love the fourth wall breaking. That
He
they
already
do.
just called her filthy. Called Kazooie filthy.
Well, she's probably not very clean.
Oh, you
If she
don't know
stays
that.
in that backpack all day long, like
Yeah.
just wallowing in her own filth. Oh yeah. Look at this transformation sequence.
Boom.
Oh, man.
At least he does it for free afterwards.
So
But
you
not
can't
bad.
change yourself. You have to go back to him every time.
Or you can leave the level and then you change back after you get a certain distance away, which is how we're going to eventually change back, you'll see.
They use that in a creative way too, where like sometimes you have to leave levels and be like the transform thing for a little bit.
Yeah, like in this one, you're supposed to.
So this is what I love about this part is they just like they attack you because they want your shorts. They're like, dude, you've got 6 shorts. I want them. In the backpack, yeah, they just want his swag.
But see what I mean where Banjo's like tiny? Because even when he becomes a termite, like he's smaller than all the other termites.
You know what? I bet there's one of those Banjo. You know those like memes that are like steal my outfit, and they're like really expensive
Yeah, the
outfits.
steal his look.
Yeah, I bet there's one for Banjo that's like Gucci backpack with like golden clasps on it. Like, I fucking love those.
Honestly, if I were a kid, it would take me probably like 5 weeks to beat this game. I guess like all the things you have to learn and like
It
places
certainly
you
took me
to
a lot
go.
longer than that as a kid. Like the first
It took
time
us,
I beat it.
like years.
I mean,
well, and
just-
by us I mean him, but
Because, you know,
There's
I
so
got
many,
him. I
like
was like
things that you need
6
to
or
learn
something.
about this that are kind of like not easy to find out.
well, no, you just have to throw yourself at the game, or like kids like us used to do back in the day was buy guidebooks.
We don't have one for this game though, I don't think. I
I
think
thought, do we only have one for Banjo-Tooie? I
Think
thought
so.
we had one for this.
maybe we did. See, and that's what I should have done instead of wasting that minute. So I can't wait to see how long it took me to beat this. It's definitely not as fast as like my fastest, but I think I did an okay time.
You mean, judging by the timer, it's somewhere around 14 minutes, so...
Well, we'll see, because we had like a little bit of time setting up. So now we will see my Mumbo's mountain time.
Yeah, and so another thing that's sort of frustrating, especially as a kid, is if you die or leave the level and go back in before you collect 100 notes, you have to collect all of them again. You don't have to collect
13:37. It's all right.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not as fast as I've done. I was hoping for under 10 minutes, but I wasted at least a minute and a half for trying to get that stupid honeycomb that you're supposed to get as a termite. I like
Oh,
that.
that's cool. So, like, the more things you open, the more monsters there
Yep.
are.
I never noticed that she actually told you about that, but yes, I have noticed it happening.
Magic all gone. Alright. They used this music in an episode of Psych.
They did.
So these are the note doors we were talking about.
Oh god, I was trying to not talk to him.
I remember as a kid, like, all these things were so iconic because when you encounter these note doors as a kid, you're like, what's behind them? Like,
Well,
I guess, I mean, I don't know if that same wonder is there as an adult seeing it for the first time, but it's still, like, I still really like that sort of things in games, but they don't do it nearly as much.
Yeah, that wonder for sure. I think that's why people like Dark Souls games too.
Yeah,
it's a lot of
because
mystery.
You know, like, it's always like, all right, what's the next area gonna be? Because like each area is so unique
Well,
and
you also
specific.
encounter the areas on your way through the game too, which is kind of cool. 'Cause then that's the anticipation too, right?
Yeah, and you know what? In fact, Demon Souls, the first like Dark Souls game, was a lot like this because it had an overworld where you could go into like separate zones, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Banjo Kazooie was the first Dark Souls,
I know,
as we
that's
said
what we're
in the
correcting.
last episode. This is the first Dark Souls.
Honestly, you know, Dark Souls, I could beat way faster than I could beat this game. I think, even now.
That's because this game's harder than Dark Souls. I'm throwing that out there.
I do like that. I mean, obviously Dark Souls too, but I like how death is like a serious consequence in this game. Like you lose all those notes. That is a big deal.
And all I have to say is I never had to look up a tutorial on how to beat Dark Souls, but we did have to look up how to get the Y bar in Pajama Sam 2. So I'm just saying,
Pajama Sam 2 objectively harder than Dark Souls?
I'm just saying.
I think so.
by that anecdotal evidence, it's true. And what more do you need than one person's anecdotal evidence?
If the internet's taught me anything, it is you do not need any more than one person's anecdotal evidence. Do you think I can bypass this whole footpad puzzle? I actually don't think so.
I don't think it's possible. No, you can't.
Well, we're gonna try anyway. Definitely not with that jump, we can't.
No, there's not a chance.
Nah, they clearly make it.
Uh-uh.
We just
It's
have
not
to
like
get this
Mario
footpad.
where you can like jump cancel and stuff, to my knowledge.
Not to my knowledge either. Whoops,
Jump
whoops,
disc.
whoops, whoops, whoops. The best thing they added in Banjo-Tooie, by the way, was the grip grab.
That was-
being
yeah,
able
why-
to grab things.
Why can't you grab ledges? Like, what the hell? Because they definitely had the technology to have characters grab ledges, as proven in games like Ocarina of Time.
So since we have enough time in the episode before entering Treasure Trove, we should hit up the secret puzzle.
Well,
Show them where we gotta come back at the end of the game.
So I love, we were talking about this when I brought up doing the Let's Play, that one of our favorite puzzles is this one, that they throw the last stage in the game, they throw its puzzle at you, like, right in the very beginning. And so, like, you're like, what the hell is this stage? And it's, like, the last stage. And so, like, after everything, you have to come back to the beginning.
Yeah, and it's tucked away, and as you can see, we can't. You have to do something. You have to slam a pad to like make the puzzle.
Yeah,
thing
because
here.
that way you can't waste all your puzzle pieces trying to build that puzzle.
Also, I realize we've been ignoring Brentilda because I never really need to talk to her, but we may as well just like pop over.
So Brentilda's Gruntilda's nicer sister.
They're definitely not rip-offs of Wizard of Oz characters or
Not
anything.
even kind of.
But she basically tells you stories about Grunty that help at the end in like the Fun Furnace, which is like a big game show, which you'll see. It's pretty epic.
Yeah, there's a big board game at the very end, and
One
is
of the-
this all that does? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't actually give you hints.
No, she just gives you the Grunty trivia is one of the like question categories.
Were you actually? Oh, there we go.
Her nickname was Jelly Belly at which school?
There you go.
I also know that putrid parrot puke is her favorite smell,
Jesus.
and the old hag's favorite color is dung brown.
Oh, that's nice.
You get 3 from each time.
You feel
She's
some
more generous
sympathy
than
for-
Spider-Man because everybody gets 3 instead of just getting 1.
What
Those
are you
spi-
saying? You feel sympathy for who? for
Well,
for
you
who?
used to feel sympathy for her, but now it's like, you are kind of weird.
Oh,
Who?
she's disgusting.
And
Grunty.
she's just a terrible person.
Her motivation is like, I'm gonna turn this other person ugly so I can be beautiful.
I'm gonna steal this child's beauty so I can be attractive.
Wait, do you not have to go to the other parts before you jump in?
What other parts?
Like do you not have to go up on the other side first?
Other side of what?
Over there. You
Over
don't have
here?
to do any. You don't have to do any of
I
this.
don't have to do anything.
Oh.
This is the when you slam the witch pad, the treasure piece shoots out, and then you go over there. And
Oh. Well,
So I don't have to do nothing.
then we're ending the episode.